If someone is at that point where they are seriously considering looking at relocating, what do you recommend as some of the next steps that they take?
So I think that there's two main camps. There is people who have been here and who have been here on holiday, they liked it, and now they want to move. But obviously their perception is skewed from the vacation,
Mm,
which is it's a good first impression, but it's not life in Sardinia. Okay. So with them, typically they'll Google, they'll start doing some research, then they'll end up on our website. They understand that we're unlike anyone else for the very simple fact this is built for people in their situation. This is not an Italian business with an English translation on the website. We've built this natively for internationals. And so a lot of people understand that. They see, they check our reviews. At this point, luckily we have enough reviews on Trustpilot and on Google. It wasn't always the case, but now, so that they get sort of confident enough, they contact us. I always try to understand like where they are at what point. And that's great. Normally that's easier, although I still do a lot of work to try and say, hey, I know you've been here in August or you've been here in July. That's why possibly I would recommend you coming here in January. That town you liked, I want you to see it in January and tell me if it still checks out. Because, if that doesn't work out, there's some other place that could be just as nice where you could be. And then there's people who have never been here, who have read maybe one of my LinkedIn posts that's happened, or they've read an article, or they saw a video on YouTube, and they're like, I'm moving to Sardinia. Like, not even I want to, or like, okay, like, love the energy, but like maybe we should slow this down. And they're like, yeah, sure. What do I need to know? I'm like, well, right, because how do you where do you start, right? So typically I like to anchor it to what type of life would you like, what home would you like?
mm,
And so we anchor it a bit to the type of real estate, type of property they want, because that already narrows down the option. And then I need to know things like, are you coming with kids? Are you kids in school age? How many times do you think you're going to be traveling? So how far you need to be from an airport? And so narrowing that down, create a short list of options. And we always start with the properties. So, tell me what you want. I found it in this different geographies. And then I'll give you an overview of what it means to live
right.
there. And then, maybe you'll come down and say, oh, these three things I want to see for sure. I'm like, okay, now you need to come here. You need to come here and see for yourself. I can't take you through such a big decision without knowing that what we've done. Like during COVID, this was weird because people couldn't move as easily.
Mm,
So we were in situations where people were seriously considering of coming here blind. It never ended up happening. And I'm actually glad it did not, because I was really concerned that may really not work out. Can you imagine, right? Picking a life on paper, like, could go really well, but definitely very risky. So most of the times then we guide them through coming. When they're here, we accompany them to the viewings. And as we do that, we also show them around and give them a lot of information to help them or orient themselves and understand, the implications of, if you pick this municipality, you have these benefits, but then, grocery shopping is going to happen there. If you need to go to the doctor, it's going to happen there. So a lot of like useful local knowledge that helps direct your intentions
mm.
so that you can be successful again in where you move and how you move.